set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Denver.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Nix to throw again. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 40. On play action, they'll throw. They'll check this one down at Pacheco. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Nix to the air. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will.
They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0.
And makes the score Broncos 8,
So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going. It's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To throw, here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Nix looking to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dobbins is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will.
They'll look to throw. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0.
16. Chiefs, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. And he'll be looking to snap a pretty unwelcome start to this ball game. Interceptions on his first 3 drives. He'll look to turn things around here as they start with the first down.
Mahomes will do it himself. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Nix. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Devon Vele, 26 yards. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now it's Nix. His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
The conversion is no good.
Another not asked asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the second. It brings up second.
Brings up second and 17 at the 20-yard line.
Yellow. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this third quarter, but it's just not clicking right now. And it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Will Lutz to kick off for the
After
Broncos.
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's caught.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Pacheco is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Yellow!
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that went off the mark. A little late with a throw.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
3 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here's Nix once more.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him.
Picked up by Jade Barron.
There he goes, left side. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over at 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra.
just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there. They just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And again, it's Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, coach.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown, 28 yards.
And the Texans are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs nothing.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
It's a gain of 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Well, first down screen pass, good for 5.
Here's a second and 5.
23-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud out of the gun here. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to run.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
First down, Houston.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Dumps it off to Mixon. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Texans 1st down.
And Stroud now to throw. To Mixon on the check down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now the front. Tony.
Stroud to throw it. Pass throw right back to Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 44 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
First down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Throwing now is Stroud.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
1st and 10 at the
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
All right.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going.
That he's taken down. Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tony.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Stroud looking to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
45 yards.
And the Texans have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned.
set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, right.
Now Stroud.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
4th down. Here's Stroud.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
To throw is Nix.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places
and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They're going. It's Nix.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Completes it to Evan Ingram.
Finding room at midfield.
And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Here's Nix.
That is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing Nix.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Nix to the air. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw. Here's Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Nix to throw again.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Guys, man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Texans.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Stroud. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look. Well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now.
The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Here we go. 118.
Here's Stroud.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
As Stroud now to throw.
To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Takedown
From 13 yards out.
And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. With this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. On play action, here's Nix.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. 8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Now he's going to step up and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It moves to second and 10.
Stroud looking to throw. That's over the middle into the hands of Noel.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Adam Troutman. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
So Stroud and the Texans
down 14-7. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here's Stroud. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now it's Nix. He's into space past the 25.
And finally marked down at the 23.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral. And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
To throw is Nix.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
10 yards on the play. It's now third down.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Nix from the shotgun.
And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either have a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Second and 4.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
Now he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
It's fourth down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forcing the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 13 yards.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
We're scoreless after 1.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 12.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket. Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here?
A pass for Sutton is intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
This one into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Nix.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to... Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Oh, my set.
Here's Nix.
Caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Devon Bailey.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for two.
The Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
Makes the score. Broncos 8, Chiefs 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Oh, my set.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
The final shot before break. Nix. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So halftime is a... Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march.
Will Lutz to kick off.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
First down, Kansas City.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquise Brown, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Looking to put a drive together.
On play action, here's Nix.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second down and 8. Throwing Nix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying the big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and it ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Open man right side is Rice.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Mahomes.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by John Barron.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So now the Broncos offense will come out here as he'll try to add on 2 more.
The Broncos will line up.
They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They bring the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Here comes 2nd down.
Mahomes. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
One final try for Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. He's locked in early. Two nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there for KC, and even 40 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Throwing now is Stroud. Got his man, Dell.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Stroud.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy.
It's
Extra
4th down.
tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
On the quick, right?
4th down, here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And down inside the 15 he goes. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the 1st half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half.
31-yard attempt.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little, but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Already.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
From 10 yards out.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
On the quick, right?
Stroud sets up the play action. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points?
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got it. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Noah Gray
taking it in.
And the Chiefs are back within a score.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on a film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Looking to put a drive together.
All right.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs save.
Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
Third down and 9.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
It's a gain of 18. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
30-yard line. Here we go.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey.
Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. To throw with Stroud.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 9. A minute 54 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Isaiah Pacheco. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 62 yards. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
18.
Stroud looks to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember,
They were down to their final chance.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Nix. This one complete. It's Devon Valen.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now it's Nix.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. And he is caught.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs.
And they will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
And now the Broncos are going to line up and elect to go for 2 here.
The Broncos will line up.
They'll try and throw for him. It's caught. And it's 8-0.
And makes the score Broncos 8, Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable from being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Stroud.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
John Franklin Myers
able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Open man, that's Noel. He's got it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
Stroud looking to throw.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Caught left side. Here's Dell.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
On the quick, right?
Mixon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we...
Touchdown! Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. But DeMeco Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Nix. And this one is incomplete.
So halftime is a...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Inside handoff to Nixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Guy's man, Dell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
118.
Well, fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw out play action. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by the cornerback, Derek Stingley.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Over the middle, complete.
That's Franklin. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. A gain of 15. First down, Denver.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 4. Nix to the air.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Nix's pass intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down.
19 Texans.
First
On the
and
plate,
10
right?
at the 50-yard
From the
line.
midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Let's go.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
It's a pickup of 6.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone. I have to admit, I love the excitement of a 2-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for 2.
So the Broncos now down by 6. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's caught by Velo. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
All right.
Here's Stroud.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line, because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost him the football game.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive?